Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Be Perfectly Blended. If you've been here before, thanks so much for coming back. And if you're new, thanks so much for clicking on. In today's video, I've got a lot of cleaning motivation. I need to get the sink full of dishes done and get my kitchen cleaned up along with my living room. And this is all before I go to work for a few hours, and then I'll come back and finish with cleaning my bathroom. Thanks so much for coming along with me today while I get it all done. Good morning, sunshine. Let's get going. I'm going to start with putting this package of cookies away. I had a little sweet tooth this morning. I cannot stand this type of packaging. It's like, what's the point? Once you open it and pull the cookie sleeve out, it's like impossible to get the cookies back in. Anyways, once I did that, I went ahead and jumped in on the dishes. I had to go ahead and put all the dishes away that I had up from the night before. And now I'm filling my sink up with some blue Dawn dish soap and some bleach with warm water so that I can go ahead and soak the dishes, good morning, that I left sitting in my sink overnight, along with my son's cereal bowl from this morning. Here I had to pull out the spray Dawn because I used the last of my blue Dawn dish soap, or the last that I had up here when I filled up the sink and covered the dishes initially. Now that my dishes are soaking, I'm going to go ahead and rinse out the sink here, and then I'm going to spray it down with a bleach cleaner and scrub it out. Now that the sink is clean, I'll go ahead and give the dishes that were soaking a good scrub down, and then I'll set them on this side of the sink so that I can go ahead and rinse them off once I get them all over here. What I don't understand, and I'm lucky I didn't get anything on my shirt, is why I don't have an apron on when I'm doing dishes and I'm going to go to work, but also just spraying or using bleach. But anyways, now that the dishes are all clean and rinsed off, I'll go ahead and put them up here in the dish rack to dry, and then I'll put them away once I get back from work. Here, I'm going to go ahead and fill my sink up, since it's already cleaned out, with some warm water and a little bit of pine sol so that it's diluted. And then that's what I'm going to use to wipe my kitchen counters. So I'm just going to use my sponge, and I'll go back and forth dipping it in the water and just giving my kitchen counters and things a nice wipe down with the pine sol. Here, I realized that my butter knife was not on top of my butter dish, but I found it inside later, so I rinsed it and put it back. Here, I'm kind of double fisting it. I'm using my sponge with the pine sol on it, and then I'm also going back over with a paper towel to kind of speed up the process of wiping off my countertops. Now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and just rinse out my sink real quick, and then I will move on to wiping off my appliances. Now I'm going to move on to my dining room. I'm just kind of clearing off my table here, moving my lights here that sit in the middle so that I can go ahead and give my table a wipe down. I am really enjoying this table. It is so much easier to keep clean. I'm not sure if it's because it's smaller. It just doesn't get cluttered and it wipes down nicely. If you haven't seen it, I redid my dining room. I had a different table before, and so now I switched to this one. So go back and look at that video if you haven't seen it. And since I had my wood desk cleaner out, I went on and moved on to my coffee table and my entertainment center, just getting it all dusted and wiped down. Here, my older son walked by to let the princess Pooch out to go to the bathroom before he's on his way to his college classes. Sometimes it gets to be a catch-all up here, so I'm just putting a few things away here that don't belong up here. Now that my dog is back upstairs, this shaking right here that she does, yeah, that's a reason I gotta dust more. Shake off these blankets, get all the dog hair off. Here I'm just straightening up the couch. This is the couch my dog tends to sleep on. This is the cover I use to protect it. So I'm just kind of shaking that down, and I'll go back with a vacuum and vacuum that. But now I'm going to go ahead and wipe down all my glass in my home. So my picture frames and my television, along with my window here and the frames behind my couch. Finally, I'm going to go through and give my living room and dining room a quick vacuum, along with the couch that my dog tends to lay on. Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Be Perfectly Blended. I just wanted to jump on real quick and say hi. I pretty much got my house done. This is actually a Tuesday, and I typically work a few hours outside of the home, so I had a little bit of time in between my youngest going to school and then me going to work, so I thought I would take that time to get my house in order. We actually went out of town for the weekend to the ocean. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and check that video out. But we went to the ocean, spontaneous trip. House was good when we left, but then when we came back, it was, right into Monday, which was yesterday. Went to school, went to work. It was kind of hot where we're at, and I was just tired. We did dinner, but I really didn't clean up anything else. And so here we are Tuesday morning. And so I thought I'd just run through and get everything picked up. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to go to work. And then when I come back, most likely I'm gonna get this bathroom here and then fix dinner. But I just want to jump on and say thanks so much for coming along with me. All right, I will turn you around and give you a quick overview of how my house is looking now. There she is, right back where she was. She actually moved to the hallway when I vacuumed, but anyway, so let me turn you around. So the kitchen looks good. Everything's cleaned up. Sink is nice. I do need to do these floors, but I just don't have time right now, so we'll see. But here is my dining room. Living room is picked up. I just sprayed some Downy onto my blanket here and over here to give a freshen up. Smells good. And now I'm going to go ahead and get ready for work. It's funny. I'm so used to seeing basketballs, I didn't even notice this was sitting here. So I'm going to put this away and then get ready for work. All right, guys, I am back from work. So now I'm going to go ahead and tackle this bathroom real quick. I'm going to start by spraying down my bathtub shower with some bleach / mildew spray, and I'm going to let that sit as I clean the little shelf off over here. Now I'm just going to give this shelf a quick wipe down, but I'm going to clean this. This is actually a little piece of glass that is like a mirror. That used to be in my grandma's house. She had a vanity and she would keep her perfume sprays on top of it. Anyway, so I went ahead and wiped that off. And now I'm just putting everything back on the shelf. These are my hubby's shower shoes, so I'm going to put those back. And now I'm just going to go in here and give the shower bath a quick wipe down. Since I did already spray the bathtub and I'm spraying it here, I actually put this towel down just in case so that no bleach would get on my shirt. Again, why am I wearing a black shirt while I'm cleaning the bathroom? I don't know. Moving on to my toilet, I'm going to go ahead and just sprinkle a little Comet in. And then I'm using one of these disposable brushes to clean my toilet. Absolutely love them. And then I already emptied my garbage here from the bathroom into my kitchen garbage. So I'm just going to go ahead and dispose of this. Boop. One reason I absolutely love it. And then I will let that sit there while I move on to my sink. Here I'm using my Clorox wipes. All right, so we had some old soap here and it kind of left some scum, so I'm going to clean that up, but we got this new hand soap from our trip to the ocean. It smells so good. Then my daughter was here over the weekend. She left some eyelashes and foundation, so I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. And now I will move on to my mirror real quick and get that all wiped down. Now that that's all clean, I'm going to move back to the toilet. I still have the cleaner sitting in the toilet bowl, and I'm going to go ahead and just wipe down the sides and get back here where the garbage can typically goes and get all that wiped out, along with the sides of the toilet here. Now that everything is all fresh and clean, I'm just going to go ahead and use these same Clorox wipes and just wipe my way right on out of the bathroom, cleaning up the floor. And voila, my bathroom is clean. Now, here I'm putting my garbage can back. I did leave the wand handle in there until it's dried, and then I'll put it back underneath the sink. I put my carpets back. My bathroom looks good. I did have intentions of cooking tonight, but our youngest, some plans came up for him, so that left availability for my husband and I to go out. So here I am, got ready, dropping my son off, and then my husband took me to a restaurant that has a crab boil. Leave a comment down below and let me know, do you like crab boils? This is what I ordered. It was so good. It had lobster tail, crab legs, the whole 9 yards. But thank you so much for coming along with me today. Please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one.